Craig Button's here. Craig, the Leafs blow a 3-goal lead at home. It was I guess you could call it, it's one loss, but it's a loss at home. You blow the 3-goal lead. How much importance do you put into a loss like this? This is a really good Colorado Avalanche team.
Yeah, it's a really good Colorado Avalanche team that had to dress 8 defensemen because they didn't have enough forwards because of injuries. They were up 3-0. You know what this is? This is the DNA of the Toronto Maple Leafs. This is what they are. You know, they lost 5 games in a row prior to the calendar turning to 2024. 4 of those losses were to 3 teams at the lower part of the standings. Oh, okay, so you beat the San Jose Sharks back-to-back. Wow, isn't that great? The Toronto Maple Leafs are what they are. You know what they are? Not a Stanley Cup contender. They can't beat the good teams. They don't know what it takes to win. They don't know what it takes to grind down and dig into a game and not let an opponent back into it. And they think they're Stanley Cup contenders. I'm not buying. I'm not buying with this group of players, and it has nothing to do with the core 5. It has to do with the construction of the team around them. And you can continue to believe in the core 5. They are not getting enough help around them. And I have to say this too, the same things keep rearing their ugly head under head coach Sheldon Keefe.
Edmonton Oilers, a little bit of a different story. Disastrous start to the season. Now they've got a 10-game win streak. Craig, that's a franchise record. That's more than the Gretzky Oilers and the Doug Wade Oilers and the Kelly Buchberger Oilers. Now, they've firmly inserted themselves back into the conversation. Are they Stanley Cup contenders in your opinion now, Craig? And what's been the key to their success over this 10-game run?
Well, there's a couple of, they're 18-3 since in their last 21 games. That's impressive. The LA Kings are floundering. I really thought that once they won those 8 games in a row prior to this 10-game winning streak, that, okay, they're going to be in a wild card. Hey, listen, they don't have to lower the bar to the wild card. They can get right into a top 3 position in the Pacific Division. They are playing so well. Stuart Skinner, there was all kinds of talk. Oh, Stuart Skinner, he's not an NHL goalie. Listen, Stuart Skinner struggled just like Connor McDavid struggled, just like the entire Edmonton Oilers team struggled. They're not struggling anymore. Defensively, they've been outstanding. You know, you think about Stuart Skinner and what he's been able to do. 6-0 in his last 6 games. He's been unbelievable. Anybody thinks that he's not capable, I would suggest stay up late, past 10 o'clock Eastern time, which is the Eastern time bedtime for most people out there, and watch what Stuart Skinner's doing. But under Chris Knobloch, Paul Coffey coming in here, this team, to me, what the biggest thing is they're not forcing things. They know that they have a team that can create a lot of offense, but they're not forcing things when they don't get the offense. They continue to play. They showed it the other night versus Detroit. They showed it again on this Saturday night versus Montreal. So I can look at their roster and I can say, geez, I'm not so sure about their depth to go deep in the playoffs. But they're showing me things that are really critical to winning in the playoffs. And that's being patient. That's getting really good goaltending. That's playing strong defense. So it would be remiss of me right now to not say that they're not a Stanley Cup contender. And given a choice between Edmonton and Toronto as Stanley Cup contenders, not even close.
Whoa, Craig, fighting words. And guess what? You're going to be in studio with me on Tuesday after the Oilers and Leafs play each other this week on Tuesday night. How excited are you about that?
Well, I'm excited about being in the studio with you. And even if the Leafs beat the Oilers, I'm still not buying the Leafs.
That's a hot take. And that's our guy, Craig Button. On Saturday night, it gets a little spicy.